Grayson, let's go read the title of chapter one.
夜明け前の森. Um, okay, the evening light or bright?
So yeah, you have bright and evening. You're right. This means dawn.
Dawn, gotcha. Um, in front of the forest
So my can mean in front, but
or
in
before?
the the order that words go to with the mae like this, it makes more sense to think it's yoake mae than to think it's mae no mori. Um, because how is yoake and this area connected to each other? There's no particle here, so it makes more sense to assume that this is connected to each other. Yoake mae. What do you
Okay,
think
so
that
before
means?
dawn.
Yep, before dawn. So this is the forest before dawn, rather than the forest from earlier. It's dawn. It is theoretically possible, but since we're doing like a chapter title and stuff, it's not like a full sentence. It doesn't really make sense to assume that this is the comma, blah 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 blah. It just makes more sense that we're talking about the time phrase altogether. The first line of the book is going to go to Afifa.
その夜、ジャックは全然眠れなかった。That night, Jack couldn't sleep at all.
Perfect. And the next two lines are going to go to Grayson.
目が、メガネをかけ、時を見た、また5時だ。起きるには早すぎる。
Hi. So you could
Um,
ignore the knee here.
okay. Okay, so we have um the glasses.
He did do something with his
Um,
glasses.
so I think he's putting them on
Yes.
because it's at night and he's asleep, and so he's putting on his glasses so that he can look
Mhm.
at the clock or his watch.
Yes.
He sees that it's 5 a.m.
Yep.
Um, what does he gets gets up or he wakes up?
Good guess.
Okay.
Do you know what Haya Sugiru means?
Um, oh wait, Haya is early.
It is early. Do you know what Sugiru means?
Sugiru.
Tabesukita.
No, I'm not
Sugiru
sure.
means too much.
Too much. Okay, it's too early.
Too early. Too early to do what?
Too early to wake up.
Because it's 5 in the morning. And hello, Zapik. You haven't missed much. We just started the beginning of the chapter. It is current. The title was Dawn, Forest, and Jack has been unable to sleep. He put on some glasses, and it's way too early in the morning. The next line here is going to go to Afifa.
昨日は不思議なことがたくさんあった。Yesterday, a lot of mysterious things happened.
Perfect. And the next paragraph is going to go to Zapik.
ジャッキは、枕元の明かりをつけてノートを手に取った。ベッドにはいる前に、昨日の出来事を書き留めておいたのだ。Let's see, there's a lot here I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Makura means pillow.
Okay. Jacket, 明かり
Mm-hmm. So it has to do with
like,
what moto means. This is a location, not his physical pillow.
okay. Um,
Do you know what shikere means when we're talking about things like light?
to turn on.
To turn on. So Jack turns on a light. Which light in his room does he turn on? Is it the one by the door? The one on the
Yeah, by
floor?
I see. By the pillow, yeah.
Exactly. So moto is a word that gets added to a noun to mean near. So like ashimoto means near your feet, makuramoto means by your pillow. So that's like your bedside table kind of idea. So he probably has like a little lamp right next to his bed kind of idea.
Yeah. And then he takes the notebook.
Hi.
So in front of the bed,
That's a good, it's theoretically possible. So mae does mean in front. However, this
yeah.
is not beddo no mae. It says iru mae. Iru mae. So we're saying in front of the iruing. We're not saying in front of the bedouing.
Okay.
So iru means is a verb. So it should mean before this verb occurred. Specifically, though, this isn't iruing, this is a hairu.
Oh, okay.
But same idea. It's before the hairuing, not before the bedouing.
So
Um,
before entering the bed,
yes,
yeah.
he had kakitomete oita.
Taki is like to write.
Yes.
So he left like something. Oita is to leave.
Uh, mm, the verb oku can mean to put down. It's not really the word to leave, I'd say. Like I guess in like a specific context it could be used for that, but it's not really like
To
if you
leave
were
for
saying
later,
something,
that kind of thing.
oh, it's never to leave for later, it's to do in advance, so it's the opposite in that context, and that's what they're doing here. Um, to put to the side, uh,
Yeah.
it can be used to mean that. In that case, it'd be like oita hogai, and it's normally like yamete oita, like to stop beforehand. So it's not the oku meaning to put to the side. It's the whatever verb is going with it is saying put to the side. So here it's just saying to do this before he forgets it, right? That would be the negative consequence of not writing something down in his diary, right? Is that you'd forget it. So he has to write it down before he forgets it. Tomeru
Oh,
is normally to stop, but I think over here it's more like to solidify kind of idea, like the set up like something in your hair kind of idea.
yeah.
Um, yeah, it like to stay the night. That's that tomeru, to keep in position. So this is just the idea is that you're writing something down is kaki tomeru. So it's a little harder to guess the meaning from just the word himself, to stop writing, to settle into writing. But the idea is that you write something so that it's now settled on the piece of paper. And you should do
Yeah.
that before some kind of negative consequences, which in this context would be forgetting about it. So before he entered his bed, he wrote stuff into his diary. What did he write?
Let's see, I fell out for a bit there.
What did he write in his diary before he entered his
Uh,
bed?
so what they did yesterday?
Yes, the things that they did yesterday. Perfect, the incident. And next sentence is going to go to Grayson.
森で、ツリーハウスを
見つけた。
見つけた。In the woods, uh, looking at the treehouse.
That's a good guess. The verb miru means to
Yeah,
look at. This is
yeah.
me plus tsukeru. So tsukeru is
Uh-huh.
adding meaning to this sentence. Theoretically, they did look at the treehouse tomorrow, hence they were able to meet skeru. But in English, the skeru part here is very important to define, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Tsukeru on its own means to attach. But when you're saying my eye is
Yeah.
attached to something, it means you found something. So he says, we found a treehouse in the forest. But it does mean they looked at it. It's not like you can't find something without seeing it kind of idea. But the find is a better English word for it. And the next sentence is going to go to Afifa.
ツリーハウスの中に本がたくさんあった。In the tree house, there were a lot of books.
Hi, perfect. And then the next line is going to go to Zapik.
恐竜の時間のプテラノードンの絵を指さして会いたいと言ったら恐竜の時代に行ってしまった。So, pointing at the picture of the pteranodon dinosaur in the dinosaur book and saying, I want to meet it, you will be sent to the dinosaur time.
Hi. What does shimatta mean?
It's negative, so it's not
Yes,
happy
and
about
what tense is it?
it. Past tense.
Past tense. So this already happened. It's not a
Yeah.
cause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not will, but yeah.
ペンシルベニア州のガイドブックのフラッグクリックの写真を指さして帰りたいと言ったらフラッグクリックに戻ってきた。And when they pointed at a picture of Frog Creek inside of a Pennsylvania guidebook, when he said, I want to go home, they managed to come back home to Frog Creek. And then the next line here is going to go to Grayson.
こんな話言った誰が信じるだろう。
こんな話、一体誰が信じるだろう。
These words.
Hanashi can refer to words. You're right.
Uh-huh.
I would probably say this story in this context. He's talking about what
Okay.
happened yesterday. I feel like that's how it would be words because he's not like really referring to the specific words in this context. But you're not like wrong in
Right.
that.
Okay. So this kind of story, itai
Itai. Who on earth?
hurts. What?
So
Or was-
itai without a glottal
Yeah.
stop is ow. You're right.
Yeah.
This is itai, tai from karada, and iti probably. So itai means one body.
Oh, okay.
And do you know what it actually means, like semantically?
By itself?
Good guess. It means what on earth? Itai. It's a word you say when you are shocked. You're right. It's like a what on earth? Who on earth? Right? But in Japanese, it's one body is what they say. Because what on earth, right? That's not what we're not asking what exists on the location of Earth. That's not what that means when we say what on earth, right? It's a different meaning, semantic meaning. It's like a word of shockness to show how shocked you are about something. So here
So-
he's, yeah.
So this kind of story, what on earth,
In this context, since we
believe
have,
it?
yes, exactly. So who on earth would
believe
believe this, I wonder? A story such as this, who on earth would believe us? Poor Jack. No one believes in him. And the next two lines are going to go to Afifa.
ママもパパも笑って本気にはしてくれないだろう。ワトキンズ先生はこういうに違いない。 Mom and Dad laugh and Onkini is seriously
Yeah.
will not give it. I will not do it seriously.
Yeah, they won't take us seriously. So we have kurenai here. Do you know why we have this in here?
I'd like to give.
It is a little bit like to give. So you could say like they wouldn't give us the benefit of taking us seriously. It does make it a little bit, I think, cumbersome to say in English because the kurenai is used all the time in Japanese, which is not really used all the time in English. This says that if they did do honki shite, the main character would be really happy if they did that. So mom and dad would laugh, and they probably wouldn't take us seriously. What else would happen?
Watson came with a teacher. There's
So
no mistake.
there's no mistake that they would call you.
Say that.
You're right. There's no mistake the teacher would say this. So ko, right, is the this from the kore, with that coming from sore, right? So if it said so you would say they say that, but ko you is they say this. So what do they say, Zephic?
ジャック、ジャック。本の世界を楽しむのはいいが、現実とは区別しなさい。So, Jack, it's fun to like enjoy or have fun with like the world of the books.
はい。
Yeah. But in reality, or reality is different from that.
はい。
Please differentiate between them, I guess.
Yes, perfect. And then the next line we'll go to Grayson.
でも、夢じゃない。妹の兄も一緒に恐竜の時代に行ったのだ。Forgot what Yume meant.
Yume means dream.
Okay. But it wasn't a dream. I was together with Annie in the era of the dinosaurs. We went together.
Yes, Annie was also there with me when we went to the era of the dinosaurs. And the next two lines are going to go to Afifa.
この話は当分兄と二人だけの秘密だ。その時ドアが少し開いて兄の顔が覗いた。Do you want to list what Tobin is?
Tobun? I think it's like Tolzen, if you know what that is. See if I'm right.
Veterinary?
I was wrong. Tobu means for the time being, for now.
The story for now is the two secret.
Yep.
At the time, or at that moment, the door opened a little bit, and Annie's face nozoi.
Yep. Nozoku is the peeking. So so the door opens a little bit, and Annie's like, "Hello, can I come in?" It says, お兄ちゃんも眠れないの私もよ. It says, big brother, can you also not sleep? I also, can't sleep. And then the next two paragraphs will go to Zapik.
そう言いながら、部屋に入ってくると、ベッドに腰掛けた。そして、ベッドの横に置いてあるジャックのノートを見て言った。So, while saying that, and entering the room, ベッドに腰掛けた. What is that?
Yes. So, kakeru on its own means like to cover without trying to hide an object. And koshi is like your lower back. And together it means to sit on. 座って.
Yeah, so she sits on the bed.
はい。
And 横に置いて。So, like left by the bed.
So, oku is not leave.
Oh yeah.
It means to put on to. It's to place something in a location is the literal meaning of the word. And it can be used to mean to do in advance, because if you don't do it, then some negative consequence will occur. In this context, it is to place on the bed. Contextually, it is referring to noto.
Yeah. But 置いてある. So it's the notebook that's like been put there.
Put there, as in put
Yeah.
there beside the bed or
Yeah.
on the bed. Could be either. Yoko normally means beside. It's saying that the bed and the notebook are two very different items, hence why we're not using
Yeah.
tonari. And what did Annie do to this notebook that was placed on the bed earlier?
She looks at it and says,
Yes, exactly. Perfect. The next two lines will go to Grayson.
拾った、メダルのことは書かないの？
はい。メダル。
メダル。あ、メダル。あ、ジャックはノートを受け、受け取ると、ダメて書き加えた。あ、you know, there something about the metal.
You're right, something about the metal. Hirotta. This is the verb hiro, which means to pick up. Specifically has the idea that you pick it up and stick it in your pocket, rather than to lift something up. It's more just like an item on the floor you picked up.
Yeah. The metal we picked up, kakanairo, wasn't something written on it.
That's a good guess. So we have the verb kaku, which means to write. Then we have kakanai. Anai. Do you know what form that is?
No, it's negative. Or
You're
you say
right, it is
ana.
negative. So it says will not write. And then we have a question mark. So she says, will you not write about the metal you picked up?
Oh, okay.
The about is the word koto. And contextually, she's looking at Jack's notebook. So the context is in the notebook, but koto is telling us it's about this. Because koto is a generalizer word.
Mhm. Um, okay, and then we have Jack and a notebook.
Ukitoru means he receives it, takes it into his hand.
Okay. So he takes the notebook. ダメて
黙って、
黙って。
黙る。
What is 黙る?
Damaru means shut up, be quiet, no talking.
Okay. Wait, so Jack tells her to shut up or he
No, he's
shuts
not
up?
talking. He shuts up in this context.
Okay.
So like context is very important. Like if you say stop, right? That means you should stop. But if you said she stopped, right?
Yeah.
That changes the meaning of the the word. So yes, in this context, he's not saying shut it. He himself is shutting it.
Yeah. And then 書く
Kuwairu means to add.
oh he writes it in.
Yes, he adds this to the book, all quiet like after Annie points it out. And then the rest of this page is going to go to Zappic.
恐竜の丘でメダルを見つけた。魔法使いのことは僕は魔法使いなんて信じないよ。So I found a medal on the hill, like in the dinosaur world. And then Anna says, "What about magician? I don't believe in something like a magician."
Perfect. And then the first line here is going to go to Afifa.
ツリーハウスを作ったのは、一体誰だっていうの？Who on earth said to build the treehouse?
Yes. So he says, "Who built the treehouse?" And then it says te yuno. I think you didn't know what that meant. So you're right that the verb iu means to say. That is correct. However, it is commonly used to mark relative clauses as a toyu, normally not with the kanji. But in this context, it makes the most sense to use it with the toyu meaning for like defining it. Which is like to define kind of idea. Darida te yuno. I guess you could like say it's like who do you say who did it? Or it's saying who would be the one that built this? Datte yuno. It's basically saying is this no here pronoun no for the dare, or if the no here is Jack is basically what the question is for the sentence. It's saying Jack, then who do you say did this? Darida. Or I guess this is darida, not darika. It's more like you're right with who. So he says, Jack, who would you say built it then? Do you know? It feels more like she's defining who it is. Who on earth is this? Just like restating this as like a defining the item. The item is defined as who on earth did this. It feels more like that. So I would say that is probably what it is. The rest of this paragraph is going to go to Zapik.
私たちを恐竜の時代に連れて行ってくれたのは魔法のツリーハウスよ。だから魔法使いに、決まってるわよ。So the person or the thing that brought us to the time of the dinosaurs was the Magic Treehouse.
はい。
Therefore, there must be like a magician.
Perfect. And the next line goes to Grayson.
とにかく僕は自分の目で確かめたことしか書かないんだ。とにかく
Tonikaku, anyway.
Anyway,
僕は書かないんだ。
僕は
僕は書かない。What does that mean?
I did not write.
I will not write.
I will
Future
not
tense.
write.
書かない。書かなかった。That would be a hard word. 書かなかった。書かなかった。Gotta write that down. So not past tense. So I will not write. I will not write shika.
That?
That's a good guess. Shika means except for. So it says, I will not write except for the following. Or I will only write the following. So the things that he will write about are 自分の目で確かめたこと. I will only write about the 自分の目で確かめたこと. Or I will not write things except for my 自分の目で確かめたこと.
The things I've seen with my own eyes?
Yes, exactly. Perfect. And then the nda is the same as the noda, just restating the sentence as a thing. Next paragraph is going to go to Zapik.
じゃあ、今すぐ行ってみましょうよ。本当に魔法使いがいるかどうか確かめに。So she says, then right now, let's go check it out. Whether it's real magicians or something else, let's see. Or
Perfect. That's
check it
exactly
out.
what it says. Nice. And the next line is going to go to Afifa.
何言ってるんだ。まだ夜明け前だろ。What are you saying? It's still before the dawn.
Exactly. Perfect. And then the next two lines will go to Grayson.
いいじゃない。寝ている魔法使いに会えるかもしれないわ。いいよ、会えなくても。It's not good.
No, you're right. This does this. Ijanai. It is not good. That is exactly what that means. That is the literal meaning of the sentence. It is not used to mean that. Ijanai means like, isn't it good?
Okay.
I don't, languages are weird. We do the same thing in English. Don't know why we do that. But you're 100% right. That is what it says. It is not good. But it doesn't mean that I can't. Humans are funny.
Um, 寝ている
Maholskai.
what?
Well, it's not neteru, period. It's neteru maholskai.
Oh, the next part. Okay. Um,
I just do that because I don't want you to get confused. Because it's not like I neteru, right? It's the relative clause. And in English, relative clauses go after the noun and marked by the word that, right? So like
mhm.
Sam that went to the store, right? If you just said like went, and I was like, well, it's Sam. Sam went to the store.
Okay.
So it's just, I'm trying to get you into the habit of this part isn't really useful until we actually get to who's doing it.
Uh-huh.
So that's why I do it because it's not this on its own is useless because the sentence here is this mahotsukai ni airu kamoshirenai, and then we're just specifying which mahotsukai, the netteru mahotsukai.
Mm, I don't know Mahotsukai. I
You
just
know what
think the
maho
tsuka.
is?
What?
Maho?
Mm, well, there's some trees and water in it, but
It
I
does
don't know
have
what
that.
else.
This is the same maho when she said maho no treehouse, which is the magic treehouse. Ma
Oh, yeah,
actually
okay.
has the demon kanji in it, the oni right there on the bottom, because magic is
Mm.
evil. So when you're talking about like demons and stuff, they'll be like the majo would be like the witch and whatever. And then mahotsukai has the word tsukai. You know what tsukao is?
I think it's in the word for post office.
It might be, but tsukao means to use.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So we took the word to use and the word magic and combined them together into mahotsukai to mean one who uses magic. This is most commonly
Oh,
translated as a sorcerer, a magician, a wizard. Any of those words are a-okay. As long as you list somebody who uses magic, you're fine. In general, witch is probably the worst option to use because they do have a specific word in Japanese that means witch, which is majo, with jo meaning woman. But basically, any other magical using word, you can use it. Warlock, fine. Whatever. Doesn't matter. We just got a magic user.
oh, okay. Um, Something about meeting the magic
Mm.
user.
Yes, which magic user will they meet?
Um, the one
Netteiru,
Meta belong to.
the Netteiru Mahotsukai. You know what
Yeah.
Neru means? What's this word?
Oh, I don't think it's to sleep.
It is to sleep because
This is
it's
the kanji
before
for that.
dawn. It's before
Oh,
dawn. It's 5 in the morning. The magician might be sleeping right now, so they get to go meet the sleeping magician because it's way too early for the magician to be awake. And then it says kamoshirenai. You know what that means? Kamoshirenai. Kamo.
no.
Kamoshirenai means perhaps.
Oh.
Literally, it says maybe will not something happen. I don't know, but it's used just to mean perhaps. So she says, well, perhaps, isn't that great? Perhaps we'll meet the sleeping magician since it's, you know, still dawn, just before dawn even. And then Jack says, Iyo, I nakutemo. And he says, no, it's fine. I don't need to meet him. I definitely don't need to meet this magician fella.
At
And
5 in the morning.
then, yeah, I'd be like when you're going to be turned into a frog. Next two lines, we'll go to Zaphic.
ジャッキは心配だった。もし本当に魔法使いがいたとしても、いい魔法使いとは、限らないへそ曲がりかもしれない。Jack was worried. えー So even if they meet a real magician, if it is a good magician, or hesomagari, what is that?
It's towa kagiranai kagiranai. Kagiru is to be limited to, so it's saying it's not limited to only magicians.
Yeah. Hesomagari in the next sentence.
Hesomagari is like a bad person. In the dictionary, it says either a perverse person or a contrary person, which are weird words to choose. So you say he might not
Yeah.
just be a good magician, he could also be someone weird. It's gonna
Yeah.
translate like that. Wow. Actually, Zapik, next line's also gonna go to you. That's just one line.
だとすれば、ジャックたちが勝手にツリーハウスに上がり込んで、恐竜の時代に行ったことが、分かったら、何をされるかわからない。So if so, like the two of them selfishly
Agarikondad.
enter?
Yep. They
Yeah,
went
enter
up
the
and
tree house.
entered the tree house.
Yeah. And went to the dinosaur time.
So now
He
the
learns that
subject has
they,
changed
yeah,
into the magician randomly in the
yeah.
sentence. So
So
now we
if
can
the
do subject.
magician learns that they entered the dinosaur time, what he will do, they do not know.
Exactly. That's exactly what it says. And do you know exactly what katte means? A lot of times it's we're told it means selfishly. That's kind of like a weird word to pick. Do you know what a
Like
better?
a better word to use. It's
Yeah.
like just do it without like thinking, I
Perfect.
guess.
Yeah, just to do it without thinking of others, just to do it because you want to do it,
Yeah.
without asking permission, anything like that. Perfect. And the next line here goes to Afifa.
私はイカは、兄はそう言って立ち上がった。I'm going, Mommy said, 立ち上がった。While stepping up.
Basically, while standing up. So Annie earlier had plopped down onto the bed, right? Came in, was like, oh, look, your book's over there. So now she gets up from sitting on the bed. And then the next line is going to go to Grayson.
ジャックは窓のカタンを開けて外を見てみた。Jack opened the curtain at the window, and looked outside.
Perfect. And do you know why we have Mita here? You translate it perfectly right. Why is there a Mita here?
Is it past tense?
It is past tense. You're right, in the sense that the tense of the story is in the past and it goes back and forth. Because Japanese tensing in books are a little bit different than they are in English as far as like how books are written. But the question I was asking was why is it miru? So it's mite miru, right? We got
Yeah.
miru to see plus miru again. So we're not saying to see, right?
Is it to try?
It is to try. What kind of try is the try that is miru?
Oh. That's on one of the pages in my notebook.
Yep.
Um,
It is the one when you're questioning the outcome. So,
okay.
外を見てみる. There's no question about whether or not he looked out the window, right? There's no
Right.
question in that. Nobody like could have possibly stopped him. It's not like he tripped or something like that. Somebody lost his ability to see. But there is a question about what he will see outside the window, what he's going to observe. So that's why that's there. It's a questioning of the outcome, but not in the action. Because there's a different verb if it's a question and action, which in English doesn't specify the difference. The next two lines are going to go to Afifa.
もうすぐ夜が明ける。仕方がないし、行ってみるか。It's already done. It can't be helped. Let's try go in.
Exactly. Let's go try to go to the Magic Treehouse. And hence we got the Midu again, because it's not a question about whether or not he can end up to where the treehouse is. The question is whether or not the treehouse is like still in the location or whatever, or what's going to happen once they get there. So, mo sugu doesn't mean already, especially since the verb is akeru. Do you know what form akeru is? Is that past tense, current tense, future tense? What is the tense of akeru?
I don't know. Like present?
Dictionary is future tense or habitual, but habitual doesn't make sense in this context. So it's saying it's going to be dawn soon. The night is going to lighten up basically right now. Mosugu. In any moment now. Any moment now the light is going to break over the trees outside basically. And then the last lines of this page, they're going to go to Zapik.
じゃあ、着替えておいで。裏口から出よう。そっと行くんだぞ。やった。姉が忍び足で部屋を出ていた。Jack says, well then, change your clothes. Let's exit through the back door. そっと行くんだぞ。
Sotto is a sound effect. And Annie
Oh,
does the sound effect when she uses shinobiyashi.
okay, yeah, so it's like softly or quietly.
Yes.
So Annie answers, yay, with ninja legs. She exits the room.
Perfect. Exactly. Nice. And just as a brain teaser, why does this end with oide from oku that we've had a couple of times today?
It's I don't know in that context, no.
Yeah, so right, the literal meaning is to place,
Yeah,
but the extra meaning is to do so that you don't get some kind of negative consequence. It's normally translated as the word should if it's in this kind of context. So he says you should change your clothes, right? But literally says you should change your clothes because if you do not change your clothes, you're going to be outside in your pajamas, and that would be bad, right?
I see.
You should change your clothes before you go outside. You don't want to be outside in your pajamas. So it's always a contextual. There's going to be a negative consequence if you do not kigae, which is that everybody's going to see you in your pajamas. Not very convenient. And I'm going to have a stop here. So I'm going to screenshot. Screenshot. Come back to me. Okay. Boop. And I'm going to stop the recording.